Hello, gorgeous people. Hope you've had a great weekend and jumping in with today's live video, which is really about the importance of your own self-talk. And I had a very interesting experience yesterday with my own self-talk, which is why I really wanted to jump on here and just discuss, why this is super important and what you can actually do about it. So basically, our inner critic, when we are not feeling enough, when we're low in energy, when our ego survival mind is very, very active, or perhaps you've had a habit, you've had a lifetime of beating up on yourself, of treating yourself like absolute rubbish, and this creates so much pain in our life. But not only that, you are literally hypnotizing yourself by the very words that you say to yourself. So I am is the most powerful statement that we can ever say to ourselves. It is literally like a hypnotic message going straight into our psyche, telling ourselves who we need to be and how we need to be. And that can be positive or it may be negative. And if it is negative, I can promise you that it is impacting every single area of your life. Because if your self-talk is not uplifting, is not encouraging, is not supportive, if it invalidates you, if it criticizes you, if it feels like you're not enough or nothing you ever do will ever be enough, then this is absolute pain, and more importantly is suffering over the long term. And I know that feeling. I lived there for years and years, and I still have moments where I'm very human, and that negative self-talk kicks in, or that inner critic kicks in. And generally I notice that is much more prevalent when I'm exhausted, or when I'm tired, or when I've had a past trauma reactivated. So it does happen, and knowing what and how to get out of this, or how to change the self-talk, is one of the most important factors with this. So like I mentioned, hey Jerry, great to have you on. Like I mentioned, you are literally hypnotizing yourself and asking yourself, and I know this is cliche, but like literally, would you speak to your children? Would you speak to your best friend? Would you speak to somebody that you deeply love the way that you speak to yourself? And often I find women particularly, but this is also true for men, in my experience with men, and conversations that I've had with male clients over the years, is that this is a very human thing that we do, is that often we will treat everybody else around us so much nicer than what we will do for ourselves. And like I mentioned, you are literally hypnotizing yourself. You are telling yourself how to be in that moment. So if you believe the thought, I am angry, if you believe the thought, I am depressed, if you believe the thought, I am sad, I am anxious, any of those beliefs, as well as I am powerful, or I am strong, or I am capable, or I am enough, all of those beliefs and thoughts, again, are hypnotizing ourselves. And I can promise you, and I read a great book on the weekend, She Believed She Could, So She Did, and this was about an endurance athlete, and she's a coach for women in this particular area. And she said, it is so surprising how quickly we go to recognize, all the things that we could have done better, all the things that we, did wrong, rather than actually really taking a moment to revel in, or to even acknowledge our successes. Now, the second area that this really impacts is this is continuing to create your reality. So everything that you say to yourself, not only are you experiencing it internally, but now you're actually starting to experience it externally. And even if you have people around you that love you and care about you, if you believe that you're not enough, if you believe that you are a bad person, or you're feeling ashamed of yourself in some way, shape or form, or you're feeling that you're not capable, or you're feeling that you're unlovable, any of those stories, doesn't matter how much love, support, people that, really are rallying for you, you will not allow yourself to perceive that. And in fact, your perception will be so altered that you will see a world that is, out to get you, or that you can't trust people. Like all of those beliefs then start to get formed also from that perspective. And that's not to say that you haven't had previous trauma where that has actually occurred. I'm not discrediting that on or anything else, but your thoughts, regardless of what has happened to you in the past, your thoughts today are creating your tomorrow. And it's so important to recognize this. So it will continue to create your reality, because if you are berating yourself, if you are criticizing yourself, then that impacts your self-belief, that impacts your self-worth, and that impacts your self-love. all of those things determine, again, what you will tolerate in life, what you will put up with, or what is or isn't okay for you. It impacts your boundaries and being able to communicate those boundaries, effectively and with compassion and with love. It impacts, what you're willing to put up with in terms of like perhaps your work or what you think that you're worth as, your value of what you're contributing through your work or through your business. It impacts what you allow yourself to receive. It impacts your relationships and the type of relationships that you have. So all of these things impact and often, your physical well-being as well. Like if you have low self-belief or low self-worth, how well do you treat your body? How well do you take care of yourself? How well are you nurturing yourself or giving yourself permission to rest or giving yourself permission to give yourself the things that really help support you and to have and experience more joy in life? When you are beating up on yourself, we tend to go into overgiving as a way of trying to receive validation or acknowledgement or attention from others. We also go into overworking through avoiding our own pain. And we also go into other coping mechanisms such as emotional eating, drinking, smoking, anything to avoid the pain that we are literally causing ourselves through our self-dialogue. This is how important this is. So if that is impacting you, my Know Your Worth course is exactly what I designed and created in order for you to overcome these thoughts, these beliefs, the story that you tell yourself. Because even though it may have been true in the past, or you may have experienced that, when you continue to tell that story moving forward, it will continue to impact your reality. It will impact how you feel about yourself, and it will impact what you actually allow yourself to receive. And the more that you love, that you appreciate yourself, that you support yourself, that you encourage yourself, you will see that literally reflected in the feedback that you're getting externally, meaning more people will come into your life that support you, that encourage you, that love you and accept you for who you are. So all of these things are so, so critical and so important. I'll pop the link below for my Know Your Worth course. It is only $27 right now. You can get the skills and the tools for life in order to be able to change your thoughts, change your beliefs, change your inner dialogue, and to also become more aware of this, because often we're completely unconscious of how often or how much that we beat up on ourselves or what it is that we actually say to ourselves. Having these tools and skills is paramount, particularly if you are a parent, because being able to pass these skills on to your children, what a gift for them to learn at 5 or 10 or 15 years of age, that they don't have to believe this story that they're not enough, or that they need to be more perfect, or that they need to be smarter, or that they need to be prettier, or they need to be thinner, or they need to be this or that, or any other rubbish story that we are telling ourselves that keeps us separated from the true love, the whole and the completeness of who we truly are. So if that is you, or you have somebody that you deeply love and care about, please make sure that you share this video. We are hypnotizing ourselves. Are you hypnotizing yourself in a way that's truly empowering you and helping you to live your best life and fulfill your fullest potential of who you're here to be? Or are you disempowering yourself every day and creating pain and suffering in your life because of the belief of the story that you've told yourself? So have an amazing day. Make sure you challenge yourself, dive deep into this, have a look at this course. It is 5 days, skills, tools for life. You have lifetime access to the program, and it is only $27 for a limited time. So have an amazing day, guys. Bye.